Here's an update from the Ultimate World Cruise in the Drake Passage. Here's a wave map, and we want blue. Although the wave height is still about 6 feet currently, we're definitely feeling it, but it's manageable. I think it's the 45-mile-an-hour wind gusts more than anything. The Drake's between the tip of Argentina and Antarctica, and it's where the South Atlantic and the South Pacific meet. We're heading in a straight line and should be about here by night.
Remember when I told you they found a temple? They didn't go over there for... They found a Stargate there too in the temple. Right? I told y'all that, didn't I? Here's the footage. There's an actual temple they found out there. That ain't just no random building. That's an old Tartarian building in Afghanistan in 1920. Tartaria was around the world too. You know how we say Atlantis was the whole world? Tartaria was the whole world for like since the 7th century. There's another Sphinx in there in 19th. I'm telling you, bro, there's so much in history, bro. Y'all don't know, bro. They had a whole temple there with esoteric tools and a Stargate and a giant cadaver giant they fought too when they went to Iraq. When they went to go to Saddam Hussein, they found a temple just like that, where Hussein was with a Stargate.
About all them white people stabbing them little black kids in Conway. This just happened like on the 7th in Conway. These black kids, well, probably black adults, were out at this event center, Manleys, I don't know how to pronounce it. And 10-20 white people jumped on them, stabbed them, called them the hard N-word, spitting on them, throwing stuff at them. At one point, I swore I seen somebody try to hit them with the truck. Stabbed one of the little black boys, too. Police get there, they refuse to arrest anybody. Actually, one of the women, she's only getting a misdemeanor charge, and I don't think the other ones are felon charges, if we're being honest. It's just crazy. And then I'm guessing that they didn't arrest any of the white people because the black people, yeah, they got stabbed and they was whatever. One of the white people got fucked up. And I don't think I can post a video here because it was that, like, it was, had been a few more black people out there, it would have been an Arkansas brawl. Fuck Alabama, okay? It's just, it just blows my mind that white people still, well, you can have all the hate in your heart that you want to. The fact that y'all go out and y'all actually put y'all hands on people, one day somebody, y'all not gonna run into nobody that's just gonna keep letting y'all stab them and beat on them. Cause me, I'd tow the club up.
Tipster.
Well, they're pointing you in the right direction. They believe it's one of the safest areas in North America during a disaster.
Yeah, but who owns this place?
So he was involved with the government?
All right, so real quick. So if anybody's in New York, because I'm in New York right now, and I was just outside on my deck, and all of a sudden, I hear this engine started, like, in the sky. Like, if anybody could step outside right now and listen, and you're gonna hear something is up in the sky that's like, it's almost like it's a fan that's on. That's a constant noise that's in the background that you gotta hear that. You may not understand where it's coming from, what it is, but trust and believe there's something that's activating those wind and rain and that we're getting right now, that they claim it's going to be a crazy storm that's coming, right? Especially for Long Island. But as of right now, and I'm telling y'all, no cap, please step outside and listen.
get prepared immediately. Whatever you was thinking, whatever you have done, whatever you haven't done, get prepared immediately. Share this till it can't be shared no more because they keep on stopping the video and blocking it and chopping it up. It just blew a 50-mile wide hole in the ice wall in Antarctica. Whatever it is, they trying to intentionally let it unleash it amongst the people, and they finna run into the bunkers. I don't know if it's Godzilla, I don't know if it's one, I don't know if it's 1,000 of whatever it is. They know something is about to happen that's going to negatively affect them. So what they have done in Antarctica they blowing up the ice wall. Remember, the other worlds are on the other side of that ice wall, and Lord knows what else is on the other side of that ice wall. They blowing a hole in it so wide that they're going to let an abundance of whatever it is come through. Get prepared. They know it's about to come through, and they doing it on purpose.
I'm going to let a Native American tell you the history. Watch this.
In Virginia in 1705, for instance, the government decrees that the child of an Indian will be known as a mulatto. That is, a person who's half white an Indian, half African an Indian, will be a mulatto legally.
Okay, let me cut you off here because we don't want to keep you here all day.
There are several things that are significant about it. Of course, one of them is the way that colonialism tries to develop all kinds of elaborate classification terms for different kinds of people. But that's another subject. The most significant thing here is to reveal the much greater amounts of Native American ancestry that are present within the African American population than most people realize, because they might have been misled by the use of terms like mulatto and also people of color.
So this Native American knows that there's all kind of so-called Black Americans with indigenous roots. But y'all don't know that? Come on, man, let's make it make sense.
When you go on these shows, you really want to rip that shit. You want to have some shit where you can point at and be like, yeah, nigga. It's too many niggas ain't never ripped shit, but them motherfuckers are the people that was chosen to be our stars. Underline that, capitalize it, bold letters. Our stars are chosen by the people who really don't fuck with us. The same people wanted you to put that shit in your body when they made everybody sick. Them the same people who choose our stars. The motherfuckers that's gonna obey. You know the main reason why Corey Holcomb ain't no mega motherfucking star? Because Black Hollywood don't want me to see they boyfriends. It ain't the industry. The industry will allow Corey Holcomb if I shut the fuck up and put my head down and be on TV like this, cock-a-doodle-doo. If I do that, they'll let me in. Black Hollywood is scared of Corey Holcomb because all these niggas in Black Hollywood on the backdooria side of the game. And they don't want me to see their boyfriends. And I think that's discrimination.
Area and employees led us to underground tunnels. We had to take an elevator and stairs. We had to be led. There is no way that you can just walk into a tunnel. The entrances and the exits are in your face, but there's no way that you can just walk through tunnels. You'll get stuck. You'll go deeper and deeper, and you won't be able to come back out because it's hard, because the tunnels run all different directions for miles and miles and miles and miles. So if you go down the wrong one, you'll get stuck, and it's confusing to turn back around and get back to where you're going. So you have to be led in and out. I think people assume that when you get underground, it's just this dirt and you keep going deeper and there's more dirt and then there's cages of children. No, that's not how it works. There's cities underground, there's warehouses underground, there's actual homes underground. People build these tunnels and they've built them for decades. There's a lot, and elite celebrities, they go down there for parties. they
25-letter names that they're never going to get even pronounced right, let alone spelled right. Like, why would you do that?
Do you know why they actually do that? The reason for that is because during slavery, their identities were taken away. So they had to have unique names in order to identify their offspring when they were sold from different plantations. So that came down generationally as generational trauma.
Okay, well, how about now? Isn't that sort of trauma for that poor kid that's never going to have his name spelled right?
Only to your standards. Like, what is...
If I were that child, I wouldn't want my name misspelled all the way through or mispronounced by people.
That's because people can't take the time to pronounce it correctly.
Whatever.
You can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but you can't say Jaquan. Are you kidding me?
Okay, whatever the result is, the poor child does not have his name pronounced correctly or spelled correctly.
Because people do not take the time. You can take the extra 2 seconds to do it, but instead you're sitting here making fun of a whole culture of people for...
Seen what Saudi Arabia looks like this month, y'all? Check this out. So as of May 2nd, 2023, this is what it looked like. You see it's about to turn green? Well, this is what it looks like now. Look at this, y'all. There is literally green everywhere, y'all. Look at this. Check this out, y'all. You know what this means?
This is what Mecca looked like just 2 weeks ago. Look at it. Dry as a desert. And this is what Mecca looks like right now. Literally as green as a garden. And as we know, one of the signs of the Day of Judgment is that the land of Arabia will go back to being gardens and rivers.
So it looks like Saudi Arabia has kept its end of the bargain and it is now flourishing. What does this mean, y'all? Well, we're gonna have to see. You see all these weather anomalies happening around the world? This is literally a form of judgment. Because we know God is nature. And who is leading the pack? Nature. They want to tell you it's these, you know, these Project Blue Beams and all these things that's going on, but this is literally nature taking back its course. Nature is coming back alive. And I say this all the time, y'all. If they really had control over what's going on, why aren't they stopping? I mean, they want to continue running the world, right? Why are they going underground? Why are they hiding in the bunkers? You got to think about this. You feel me? They know the system is over. They have no power anymore, no control. They never had it. It was an illusion. We were the one that's doing this. We were the one that was creating this. And they were programming us through TV, making us create the reality. But now the shift is here. Our eyes are open. The world is awake as well. The heart is back and things are jumping. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Are we going into judgment? Are we not going into judgment? What do you see? What's happening to you? How are you feeling in this situation? Always checking with yourself, y'all. You got to make sure you guys are doing great. So let us know down in the comments below.
Comes a point when you just want to say, y'all lying. Excuse me. Y'all lying. Listen. After the first puppet that's supposed to have been wooden and that they was feeding it real food, you mean to tell me that ain't nothing better you could be doing with resources and money and food besides feeding a fake wooden puppet? Tons of food. Y'all that wasteful? But then I see 2 more videos of 2 different puppets that they making. And they feeding them, putting water in. They drinking water. But what the fuck do a puppet need to drink water for? But everybody got on that red. You see how they got the covers on them and stuff, but it's all the red, destruction and death, remember. That's the Jesuit order. Or one of them type. Remember from the movie The Mummy? I was trying to tell y'all. They was wearing the same hats as the movies from The Mummy. You remember when they was digging up all the bodies and I said, put it back? Well, I'm gonna reiterate that again. Because I'm telling y'all right now, those mummies, those giants, dolls are alive. The only thing those giants are doing is looking for a different body to put themselves in. They don't have a body. Their consciousness has been reawakened. Like, that's what transhumanism is. Taking the consciousness out of a person and putting it in something else. They reawakened an old past consciousness, but that consciousness needs a full. Can you imagine what would happen if that thing get a body that it can control? If all of them get bodies that they can control, lights out.
They say it's supposed to snow Monday. I'm already ready to call in. Soon as a piece of snow touch that motherfucking ground, I'm on the phone. Hello? Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. Bitch, I won't be there. You won't see me at all.
New moon in March is March 10th. The spring equinox is March 20th. New moon, March 10th. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to say it again. The new moon in March is March 10th. The spring equinox is March 20th. March 10th, March 11th, March 12th, March 13th, March 14th, March 15th, March 16th, March 17th, March 18th, March 19th, March 20th. The 111 portal is not January 11th. It's not today. The 111 portal is March 20th, which is also the true new year, which is also spring equinox. That's the portal day. I was in the bathroom. My mind is just fucking running. Year is 13 months long. Each month is 28 days long. By the time the new moon comes, that's day 1 of the month, and then the month ends on the 28th. 13 times. You have March, April, May, June, Sol, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. And those are not the actual names. I don't know how to say the actual names. I'm not going to try to fake. But they are called something else. There's a whole, I'll talk about it in another video. But if you want to know the real portal day for 111, it's actually March 20th, the same day as the true new year, the same day as spring equinox. You want to make some shit shake? Do it on March.
All this foolishness. Before I sell my soul for a steak, I forever eat tuna fish. Let us bow our head and say a prayer. Heavenly Father, are you listening? Are you there? Do you care about these crackers shooting niggas down? And if you do, let us know what we should do now. War cry, protect the women and the children. Bloody revolution. If you told it, you better pull it. Only a foolish man would believe in this racist system. It's time to fight back. Ain't no more time to play the victim. All Muslim, all Christian, all Jehovah's Witness, all 5%ers. If you black, you still a nigga. Take the veil from off your eye. I peeped the false statements, allegations. In other words, I saw them lie. Everybody got eyes, but don't nobody wanna see. Everybody want change, but don't nobody wanna bleed. War cry, when it's on, two strike. One black and chrome, it's a new world order. And I gotta protect my own. Gotta protect my home. Searching my house without a warning, I spit one at your dome. I'm a man first. You gon' respect that. Violate my human rights, you getting left where you stand at. They're attacking and abusing me. And if you black, keep your black dollars in the black community. No longer will I suffer punishment. Middle finger to the Constitution. Let's build our own government. War cry. That shit is fake. Hey man, and I
My client, one of my patients, is a producer in Hollywood.
Kriegte vor 2 Jahren einen Auftrag von Disney.
2 years ago, he received a task from Disney.
Alle alten Disney-Movies zu überarbeiten.
To go over and edit all the old Disney movies.
In den Himmel diese Streifen einzubauen.
To put into the scenes of the sky these stripes.
So, when people see a Disney movie
also
today,
wenn dann die Leute einen Disney-Film schauen heutzutage
und sagen, well, Klinghardt, du sagst, Klinghardt, dass diese Streifenbildung erst in den letzten Jahren so schlimm geworden ist.
And then, for example, people say today, well, Klinghardt, you're talking about these stripes being formed on the sky today, only as of late.
Dann sagen sie, hier ist ein Film von 1954, guck dir den Himmel an.
Then they will say,
der hat die gleichen Streifen drin.
Look at this movie here from 1954. There are the same stripes at the sky.
Die Streifen sind ein natürliches Phänomen.
That then convince people that the stripes are a natural phenomena.
Mein Patient hatte für $60 Millionen bekommen.
My patient received for this job $60 million.